Hey guys, hope you're all well. Thought I'd jump on, do a little live. So fingers crossed people will join in a second. Be embarrassing if no one turns up. Mind, I'll be straight with you. How is everyone? Hope you're okay. Hope you're well. So just waiting for some people to turn up, really. Got a bunch of stuff to show you, and let's see if I can share this video out. How's it going, Tony? Mr. Brunt? Oh, hiya, Jensen. How you doing? Hope you're well, guys. Share it out if you want to. So I thought I'd jump on and yeah, just do a bit of a channel update, show you what's come in, what I'm gonna do, and I've got boxes of stuff, and yeah. Hi Anthony, how you doing, brother? Thanks for joining. Been a busy couple of days. Been a good couple of days actually, to be honest with you. Yeah, a bunch of stuff has come in, so I want to kind of keep you all in the loop and just go through all the parcels and stuff. Wait for a few more people to come in, and then we'll go from there. So long short, I picked up a bunch of stuff for many cars that I've got, and I've also got a new project that just turned up today. So I'll give you a sneaky peek when more people turn up. I think that's a good idea. I'm glad you're okay, Tony, mate. I'm glad you're okay. I'm not going to stay on too long because obviously I've come home from work, I posted out a new video, and then literally just gone live. Just finished my WL Toys car. Which one is that, mate? Which one have you picked up? What have you got? So long short, I've basically gone to town at the moment, and as you know, I've just run the X-Max. So I've got that video coming up. Today I've got the Synchro. The Synchro has just gone live. So that's pretty cool. It's nice to have the Synchro back. Let me just go and get that. I haven't had it since flipping heck. What do we have it on? August last year. So yeah, got my Synchro back. Absolutely love this car. That was my pick for 2024. Jeff, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Jeff, I was just going to mention you, actually, in fact, mate, was the fact that a little parcel came from Jeff, so thank you very much, my friend. I really do appreciate it. It's a 140017, had it for 2 years. All right. Okay, so what was that, your first car, was it, bud? So I did a little bit of work on a Maverick. That now has got a JX EcoBoost servo with me. What else have I done? I've got some rally tyres for this one to go on as well, so see if we can improve some of the handling with that one. Now, as you all know, I picked up a Notorious, didn't I? Another Notorious, a second Notorious, and the plan was with that one. I had loads of people saying, there was like, what are you going to do with it? Why are you going for the V5 and not the V6? And it's for good reason, because I had a full build in my head, and that's what I'm going to go with. So I'll show you everything I got for that car first. First of all, I know it's only a little thing, but Armour Skins were having a closing down sale. So I have picked up I don't know if you can see that. It's called Fire Queen chassis skin. There you go, that's better. So that's going to go on the bottom. And And then Lee from Custom RC Upgrades offered to sponsor a video. So we've gone with the Custom RC Upgrades top brace on top. So that's going to go on the Notorious V5, so which is really, really nice. I love the quality of the Custom RC Upgrade stuff. Really, really nice quality. 7075. Fair shout to Lee. He does an amazing job with the fit and finish of those. I picked up now. My wife's grandmother offered to buy me something for Christmas, so that's my Christmas present off Grandma. Oh, bless her. That's the Trio motor mount. Now, the reason why I've gone for that, and I will show it in the video, I don't know if your camera will pick that up. Can you see that the front and rear brace there is actually joined? So what that's going to do is basically give it like a triangulated kind of strength to it. So yeah, one thing I will say with the Trio stuff, it's really good quality as well. It seems like it's a genuinely decent market at the moment for RCs, because you've got so many different brands out there kind of all fighting for the same kind of space. And I was looking at this and I thought, well, for the sake of £30, I was going to upgrade the motor mount on the Notorious anyway, all right? So, yeah, I've managed to pick one of those up, so that's really, really nice. 54 of you in here. Guys, a massive thank you for joining as well. But the main thing for me, as well as it being 7075, as I say, is that kind of triangulated. So what the front and rear of the diff case is actually joined together, which means it's not going to move around. Crawler Culture, how you doing? Thanks for joining, buddy. I have got a Custom RC Upgrades skid plate for the bottom of it. All right, so that's going on the rear. Now, funny thing is, this is for the previous generation, so I am going to have to do a little bit of adaptation and drill some of this away. But I am going to be fitting that on the bottom, so that's that. What else have we got on there? That's bearings, so I can put all them back in. So far, you have seen the motor mount. You have seen the top brace. So that's some of the parts. Now, I had a big delivery today. Loads of different bits came in. Oh, yeah, I'm sure also showing you the chassis skin. Now, Vitavon have offered to jump in and help as well with the build. Tiana, how you doing? Thanks for joining. I hope you're well. Craig's Crash and Brash. Hello, mate. How you doing? Evening. Hope you're fitting well. I appreciate you jumping on, bud. So, Vitavon, yeah, what they've done is sent over a bunch of parts for the Notorious. And I'm going to give you a sneaky peek. I don't normally do this. I normally just do the video and then send it out to you guys. So you guys who are actually watching the live stream, you're going to get a kind of sneak peek at what's going in the car. So we have got front and rear chassis braces from Vitavon. All right, so they're going to go in. And there. Or again, all 7075. I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you today? I'm very, very good, thank you. Joe H. The guy looks like he yells at people in traffic. Yeah, cheers for that, mate. I probably would if I had a comment like that sent to me. Cheers, dude. So we have also gone for some lovely wheel nuts in two different colours. So I haven't decided which one I'm going to use. So obviously gone for, and again, 7075 anodized. So that's going to look pretty sweet on there. Now, let's have a look. What else we got here? Got a custom upgrades titanium skid for the DBX LE. Bloody huge. It is a massive RC, that one, dude. Craig's Crash and Bash, he definitely does. Watching in Western Australia right now is 2:22 a.m. Dude, you're pulling a late one then. I've seen him drive in. He's all smiles. I am. Yeah, you are right there, to be fair. We've gone for a full set of hinge pins, hinge pin holders. Again, something that I think is definitely needed. Now, on the previous Notorious I stuck with the standard ones. And when we were at Heatherton, the rear hinge pin holder snapped. And so, yeah, this time around, when I'm building this truck, I'm going to be going with a full set of 7075 hinge pin holders. Bulkheads, guys. Now, I've gone for a nice red colour, so this should kind of look absolutely awesome when it's all put together. It's going to be very well built, this Notorious. As you know, it's my favourite 6S armour truck. Vintavon bulkheads. I've had several of these now, and they've all been absolutely great. I've had them on the sledge. I've had them on 2 armours previously. So, yeah, I went for the red this time, and they do look rather sexy, if I don't say so myself. But, yeah, you should go with the fit and finish of these. When everything all comes together, all the silver and the red together, it's basically going to be an EXB Notorious. So, again, and we have gone front and rear hubs. As you know, that's quite a big thing for me. Anyone who watches the channel on a regular basis. Unfortunately, the armor hubs now they have updated in the V6. So, in all fairness, I can't fault them in that sense, and they've changed the design. But in the V5, and it's any of the previous models, the bearing at the rear or the back of the hub was always small. So what would happen is you take it out, get it wet, or maybe take it through a bunch of mud and stuff, and that rear bearing would have a tendency to lock up. So what a lot of the custom RC parts makers do, they put the larger bearing on the rear as well. So that's a massive help, especially for durability. So yeah, we've got hubs, diff cases, hinge pin holders, 2 sets of nuts. So if I don't use one, I'll put one on another car as well. Maybe a set for the big rock or something like that. Chassis braces, as I mentioned, we've got the custom RC upgrade top brace, the Trio motor mount, and I have got a chassis coming for it as well. So it's going to be hell of a build, this one. Now, I am going to be changing over the electrics in it as well. All right, so the electrics in the car, I'm going with my true brand spanking new, tried and tested 8BL150 G2. I absolutely love these ESCs. They work amazing. Really, really good. For me, now, the previous Max 8s and stuff like that, I think these are a lot better value for money. I think you can pick these up on AliExpress for around about £40. So, again, awesome. Fully programmable, 7.2 Beck. Really, really good, powerful ESC. I also use the 10BL120, and that's also amazing. Now, I'll leave the best till last, so I'll keep you guys in suspense here, all right? Because, oh no, that's actually for a different car. I'll show you in a second. Now, I've recently taken out, obviously, the X-Max. Now, one of the things in the X-Max video, I did mention, you guys won't have seen it yet because I haven't had a chance to put it up. I'll probably finish off editing that tonight and then obviously get the video up ASAP. Let's have a look. Hold on. So let's have a quick look at the comments. I'm thinking about filming my TRX4 soon at the jumps for my channel. Definitely do that. Definitely do that. Crawler culture. Before I go, make sure to sub. Thank you, brother. I really do appreciate that. And I hope you get some rest because obviously being as late as it is over there in Australia, that's a hell of a time to be at. I would be flat out by now. Now, I got a Max 6 to go in the X-Max, guys. So that is going to give me, again, controllable back. I can lower the LVC on there as well. And I'm going to continue to use the standard motor. But I'm going to buy the 7075 bell for him, and Craig will have just found out the same thing. Unfortunately, the X-Max motors have a tendency to grenade themselves. So the plan is basically just to change over the end bell, continue, and then obviously update it with the Max 6. Now, I am going to keep the stock electrics for now, because being straight with you, when I ran them on the weekend, I'm not going to spoil it too much. I didn't have a problem. The truck run absolutely awesome. But this is going to allow me to lower my low voltage cutoff and up my BEC voltage as well. So that's good. Now, I'm going to show you. Oh, Jeff, if you're watching, a friend of mine of the channel, Jeff, I really do appreciate all this, mate. As you know, the shed is being built. I'm actually sat on the board. So on the weekend, we're going to start lining the side of the boards and everything out as well. So the shed will now start looking like a shed a little bit. And then I can start putting some lighting up. Jeff Dukes does a Bluetooth no. So that's the G1 programmer. Which one are we talking about, Jeff? Let me know in the comments below, if you don't mind. If you're on about the 8BL 150, oh, so right, okay, Max 6, is that what you're on about? Or which one we talking about? This one or that one? Because the Bluetooth programmer doesn't work in either one of these. There you go. That's the easy answer. So yeah, this is the G1 Max 6. You need the LED programmer, or the program box, and it's the same with that one. Yeah. So it's the older programmer for these, which is not bad, because the programming box is only around about £10. Obviously, you're in the UK. Jeff, on my last live stream, bless him, what he came with all this hardware. Now, obviously, I've got a little organizer over there, all the screws that I'm going to need for rebuilding some of the trucks. Everything all clearly marked out. He's done a massive order for me. Thank you very much, buddy. A massive thank you. Yeah, stuff like that, it comes in handy. I think Jeff was watching me work on one of the cars, and yeah, I was digging through toolboxes looking for screws and stuff like that, and it was just a pain in the backside. It was a pain in the backside, honestly. So Jeff, bless him, has just restocked all his, put a big massive AliExpress order in. I was waiting for some screws, and he sent them all over, and they came today. So big shout out to you. Thanks, dude. Really do appreciate that. Now, I'll quickly show you, before we move on to the kind of pièce de la résistance. As you know, I did put on a community post, and I put it up on the Facebook group. And I think, I did actually put it on the community group. We're going to Rossa. G Manning, evening. How you doing, bud? Thanks for joining. There's at least 1,300 in there. I know there's a lot of hardware in there, dude. So I can only thank you. I've got my motor. That's going to start me off for Rosso, which is a 4985 1650 kV. So that's come in now, so I can start cracking on with the speed run build. I've got to work out which servo I want to go for, but I think I don't know. I'm going to see how this goes. I've been talking to Andy Hallett from SERC, and he's kind of been going. He reckons that this should be good for around about probably 125, 200 kilometers, something like that. I think I should be all right. Now, I'm not shooting for the moon yet. This is all about experience. If I can get further than that, I will. But the body on the speedrun car is absolutely awesome. Big shout out to Craig from Wright's Airbrushing, RC Airbrushing. He did an amazing job with that. I couldn't believe that none of the pictures, guys, you have a look at my community post, you'll see. I couldn't believe that none of the pictures on the car weren't decals. They were spot on. So yeah, we've got the motor. I couldn't. Well, actually, I'll give you an idea on how big this is. Now, this isn't as big as some of the motors some guys use, but that kind of gives you an idea of the size of motor. It is huge. And especially considering the car is, we're not talking like a DBX XLE or you know, that kind of 1/5 scale, the big massive cars, or even like an X Max. I mean, that would fit in an X Max, but you'd have to change your motor mount. But this is, you know, that's quite the big can, to be fair. You know, it's bigger than anything I've ever used, that's for sure. I've seen videos for the Limitless getting over 100 mile an hour over the 2150 kV. Yeah, well, fingers crossed, dude. I'm hoping that that is the case, because if it is, I mean, we should be, with the right gearing and enough cooling, we should be kind of definitely getting to that point. All I want to do is not crash. Simple pimple. As long as I don't crash, we're good. Make sure there's no park benches there, and I'm sure the world will be a great place. So what are you guys working on at home, by the way? What have you been wrenching on this weekend? Right, let's set this out, shall we? So, I recently have been shopping for a second-hand car. Now, I'm not opposed to second-hand cars as long as they're in good condition. And I sold a car. I'm not going to tell you which one, but I've sold a car. And Nathan, Tom Lee RC recently did a video on the new Limitless. Yes, he did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and if I remember rightly, he only used 8S electrics, didn't he? Now, as you can probably tell, it's not a stunt truck. It's also not a truggy. It is now. I think the best thing I can do is actually show you what I bought. This will be before any community posts or any pictures gone up on any groups. So, Team Associated RC8 B3.2 buggy, racing buggy. I picked one of these up because, obviously, as you know, in the summertime, there was a big void missing for me. Huge void when it came to. I've got my basher buggy, and obviously with the synchro and stuff like that, with the basher buggy, it's capable to a point. And then when I got rid of my TLR, which I used all last summer for some of the events that I do, like Heatherton and some of the kind of bash racing, as we call it. It's not serious racing. I got rid of it, and instantly there's like a kind of void there, and you think, oh, you know, should I have really got rid of that car? Now, one of the admins on the group, Neil Milliken, dropped me a message just over a week, and it's been an absolute nightmare to get hold of this, actually, to be honest with you. I bought it off a guy called Chris McGinty. He races them. Really, really nice guy to talk to. He had this up for sale, guys, and I picked this up for not a lot of money, honestly. It would surprise you what I actually picked this up for. In fact, I'll tell you, £175 for a roller. And it's very well looked after. It's had a new body shell, as you can see. The camera. It's had a new body shell, all nicely painted. And what I want to do is, as well as run them around Garth and enjoy it and stuff like that, I wanted something that's going to be capable and basically give the boys a run for their money. And race buggy. So I'll show you kind of inside. Very impressed actually with how clean this car is, and you can tell a race buggy straight away for the cab. It's the cab is what they call a Proline Predator body. So it actually comes, and they're really thick, really stout, tough old things. He's recently only just had this painted, and it's all been shoe gooed and everything else. But really, really good. nice job. Whoever did this for him has got a like kind of chrome inlay on there. Very smart looking, actually. And then the buggy itself. Now, everything is 7075. We have got carbon fibre in there. This thing is decked out. Team Associated don't mess about when it comes to no. This one actually won world championship. So not this car, but this buggy, e.g., the model. It's honestly when you look at the quality of what's got into it, like 07075, carbon fibre. Obviously, you can buy the carbon fibre inserts, stiffen up the arms and everything as well. I'm very impressed what's turned up, and the good thing is about this as well is with this build, it came with a bunch of parts as well. So it came with a big bag of spares. In the spares, I'll put that back on top there. Let's put the body pins back on. One thing I would like to get for this straight away, and me being me, I'd like to get the carbon fibre towers for this, just to kind of strengthen up that suspension geometry. It won't change anything on the way the car's set up, other than there's no flex in the towers. So when the car dips into a corner, it's all taut and nice. But having said that, I'll probably run it as it is and see how it feels. But that kind of gives you an idea, all anodized nice. I don't know which way the camera is back to front. All anodized nice. All the hinge pin holders, obviously got your inserts and everything. I design you. Hey, buddy. Thanks for joining. Really do appreciate it. Obviously, Race Buggy, you've got this little nose cone on there, and that's actually for aerodynamics, believe it or not, guys. Full pillow balls. All the suspension is set up lovely. I've felt all the diffs, and they are absolutely top-notch. The guy took his electrics out after running it, and yeah, I got it. Now, the funny thing was, though, getting hold of this car was an absolute nightmare. As most of you guys know, here in the UK, the weather's been absolutely horrendous recently. And he lives up, I wouldn't say it's north, it's more like kind of North Wales way. And they've had a lot of snow up there. So Royal Mail, or should we call them Royal Fail, I bought the car on the Thursday. The gentleman, unfortunately, was in hospital till the Monday, so he posted it on the Monday, and then it's taken me, it's over a week to receive the car. I kind of panicked, to be honest with you, because I didn't think it was going to come. But Chris, in all fairness, has been absolutely spot on. His communication was great. I didn't know what to expect from the car, because obviously the pictures were quite limited. Now I've got it in my hands. I mean, it's quite an epic looking thing. Massive kind of rear wing for downforce. So I'm interested to see how well this is going to handle. As you know, I've got a little soft spot for buggies. Let's show you the spare parts that come with it. I'll move the car out of the way. Oh. Let's have a look. So, it came with God knows how many sway bars, all tunable. Look, and they're all different weights or pressures, should we call them. So we've got orange, we've got blue, we've got white. I mean, this guy has clearly raced the vehicle, because obviously he's got all this is for setup. So he sent all these. Oh, there you go. That kind of gives you. So he's given all them. It came with suspension arms. Came with spare hubs. It's also come with, by the looks on things, a rear wing mount, diff case. We've got another hub. What have we got in here? Two more upper suspension arms, by the looks on things. some turnbuckles, rod ends. We've got a spare spur gear, 46 tooth spur gear, team associated. We've got another arm, another diff case. All right, some suspension. What they call them now? Oh, flipping heck, can't think of the word for them. Anyway, for fine tuning suspension. What's the word for it? It's going to bug me. That is now. It really is going to bug me. A front diff case. All right, so obviously that goes like so. So I've got all the housings. Basically got the full bunch of spares here for the car, which is going to last me a while, save me a few pounds, that's for sure. But that all came with it. It came with the instructions. £175. There's a lot to be said, and it's something I'm going to bring up actually in a upcoming video when I do the build. Is if you're looking for a quality car, definitely go looking. So there's a Facebook group called 1/10 and 1/8 scale UK race. I think it's race buggies and truggies. And on there, obviously people are selling, and these guys are all like trusted. Yeah, some really, really nice guys who race on a regular basis. And I know obviously, but from purchasing, would definitely trust going on there and actually purchasing a race spec, because what you get pound for pound is way better than what an RTR would be. 175 for that, and then if we work out the cost of what I'm going to put into it, it's not a lot. It really isn't a lot. So you essentially walk away with a fully spec race buggy for what should we call it? I don't know. It's underneath £500, that's for sure. I have got a JX EcoBoost servo, so that's going to go in there. 21 kilogram. These are nice and fast. 0.7 response time on them. So I've used these a few times. So that's going to go into the buggy. It's going to be more than enough power for it. I was going to go like an AGF servo, but I want to kind of go with the whole budget idea with this buggy and keep the cost down. So we're going to use that. And then I went and bought these Louise Pioneer. In fact, let's put one on the car so you can kind of see. Louise Pioneer tyres, which I did look at Badlands, all right? So I was talking to a couple of friends, and the Badlands, there was a sale on Jadlam, and they were only £55 for the set. But these, by going with these, they were saving me, I think it was about £17. Now, it don't sound like a lot, I know, but when you think about it, I mean, especially with something kind of secondhand, yeah, and I'm trying to keep the cost down. So let's just put one of these on the front of the car. I wanted to keep the cost down. That's the tread pattern they got on them, guys. They got this kind of motocrossy style. It's very much like a block kind of thing. But I've used Louise tyres on several of my builds and never had an issue with them. In fact, the ones I had on my Techno are still on the Techno, and they've been absolutely great. What was that, Craig? Should have got the 8 case 47 servo, beast of a thing. It would be too much for this car, though, Craig, to be quite honest with you. So these are zero offset wheels. And once you put them on the car, it's going to look absolutely epic altogether, I think, personally. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put the rear one on as well. Yes, buddy. Yeah, it's very, very nice looking thing. And fingers crossed this summer, obviously, when we go around racing and stuff like that, I'm hoping that it'll actually be quite capable and be a lot of fun to drive as well at the same time. So yeah, it'd be nice. It will be nice. So to give you an idea, guys, that's kind of what it's going to look like. Whoop, no, there you go. Very, very smart looking. I've gone for the white. No, I've never used these tyres, so I can't completely tell you what they're like. But on first glance, they look pretty cool. And you know, with the car, suspension feels amazing, mind. So much typical race buggy. But yeah, that's them on the car. It's gonna look banging. Gonna look banging, to be fair. Take it back off now. And I did pick up some other tyres. Now, as you, I don't know if any of you know, Robbie has just picked up a TLR. So he went and bought himself a set of Louise, not the same. What he's actually gone with is a set of the uphills, I think it is. But no, the uphills, I didn't want to go with the uphills because I wanted something that would kind of lend itself a little bit to all sorts. So in the summer again, I've gone for, I managed to buy them off him, was the D-Brute Exabytes. So as you can see, that's going to have a nice tread pattern then for maybe like fine dirt, that sort of thing. So as you can see, the tread patterns are different. This one's cut obviously for more grass, more rugged, muddy areas. And then this one's going to be for your fine dirt and sandy areas then in the summertime. Let's have a look. I was looking at the Louise tyres for the Senton. You'll need to change. Will I need to change the hexes on? You haven't changed the hexes on the Senton, have you? So the hexes on the Senton 3S are 40mm. But so yeah, you will need to change your hexes out, buddy. You can buy M2C sell an adapter basically that goes on to the standard stub axle, and if you put the standard stub axle, you could do it two ways. Basically, you can get the stub axles off of 4S, and then kind of adapt them yourself, or you could just get the M2C kit. Now, I do actually know someone who's selling that, so drop me a message, Jeff. But that's the exabytes on the car. So yeah, it's going to look great. You know, I think I'm more excited at the moment at the looks of the thing. Motor-wise, now I was in a conundrum. Now, obviously, as I mentioned, I'm building up the Notorious at the moment. And when I had my Notorious previously, the plan was really to kind of get that power back to where it was. So in there, I had the 8BL 150 G2, and I also had, let me get the motor out for you. I also had this, and I love these. I really, really love these motors. The Surpass Supersonic, it's a 4282. What was it? 4282, 1780 kV motor. And the Notorious absolutely ripped with this in. You know, it was so good. You add bags of power, regardless. You know, it kind of just had that little bit of extra kick to it all the time. So, I'm going to put that into the Notorious in the new build. Obviously, put a fan on there. I think obviously use the 8BL 150 G2 in that, obviously, and then the electrics that are in my Techno, which is down here. Let's move that motor out of the way. See, I've got such a weird way of doing things. It's like, right, I'll repurpose the motor out with this one and then borrow that, and I've got a plan. The Techno is spot on. I've got no issues with the way my MC410 runs. But I was thinking the motor and the SC in there is a little bit wasted. I feel it's wasted with the car. So I've got a brand spanking new Spectrum 150 version 2, the black and grey ESC in there, and the 4272, is it? I think it is. I can't remember. The 2050 kV motor that comes with, obviously, the Notorious. So the plan for me is... the plan for me on that one is if I take out the motor out with this car, which is a shame, mine, because the truck just runs like a dream. But if I take the motor out of this car, which is a Castle, we've got a Castle 1780 kV motor in there, which is a 2200 kV motor, and the Max 8 out of this. Pop that into the race buggy. I'll then put the Spectrum system into this and gear it correctly so I'm not losing any speed. This is still going to feel the same. I'm still going to have plenty of power on tap to, kind of drive this around and bash it about. I've then got a Castle motor and a Max 8 to go in the buggy. And then the Notorious, then we've got the 1780 and obviously the 8BL 150 G2. Does that make sense? Because I think I've just lost myself there, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's the plan anyway. So I'm not actually spending any money on electrics other than what I bought to go in the Notorious then with the new ESC. So I've got the rest of the year. I can plow on with the build. I'll have a decent speed servo, nice fast motor. The buggy should then fly. I'm only going to be running it on 4S because a race buggy is only on 4S anyway. 6S would be way overpowered for that buggy. So that, that's the plan. That's the plan. Now, would you guys, is the question, would you guys like to see the build on the channel? Or would you prefer to see it fully built and then showcased? Because I don't want to do build videos and then bore the pants out of everyone. If people don't want to see it, you tell me. You tell me. Comments quite quiet, guys. Tell me what you think. Do you think that's a good idea with what I've got planned there? I have Louise SC Hammer tyres on my Senton and they're great. Jim, thanks, buddy, for replying. Yeah, I like build videos. I do enjoy doing them. I'm just conscious that, sometimes maybe people don't like seeing them. So if enough people actually enjoy the build videos, I'll continue to do them. Yeah, do a build vid. Oh, here we go. Jeff, thank you. I appreciate this. That's true. But what else have I got to tell you about? I had a little breakage on the X-Max as well. Whoops. Nothing major. I'll let the video tell you, but I'm not going to tell you too much. But it was only something little. And I've already ordered upgrades for it. How's the Valhalla XTS F10 going? Very, very well. Actually, there is an update on that as well. So, messing about with it the other day. Because I've got to get this weekend. I'm not planning on running any cars because I have... I'm going to be building the workshop. I'm finally going to start building the workshop. As I say, wood came today. Robbie's coming up from Tenby, and yeah, essentially that's the plan. K2H, hey Chris, what's up, chat? Yeah, how you doing, bud? Thanks for joining. Watch a couple of Kev Talbot's builds. Always pick something new up. Oh, well, hey, look, and that's the whole point of it, really. You know, is all of us kind of clumping together and kind of helping each other out. Jeff sent me the screws the other day when I was in the middle of doing something. He noticed that I didn't have them. In all fairness, he sent them all over. Thank you very much, dude. I want to get one, but think I'm gonna get stung with import charges to the Netherlands. Are we talking about this one, bud? So what I've done is nothing major, mind. I'll be straight with you. Is I went through the diffs. I worked on the diffs. Basically, did a little bit of tuning. I've been having more issues with getting dirt in now. On this side, you know, obviously, I think a lot of you guys will probably see. I came up with a little way of stopping the dirt getting in on the right hand side of the car. Well, it turns out the on the left hand side, it's the same scenario. There's a little plastic piece there. So what I've done is added more Velcro, the fluffy side on that side, and now that should stop it. But while I was in there fixing stuff, I've actually geared it up as well. So this is now running a 23 tooth pinion. Speed wise, I think this should definitely spice it up because what was in there previously was only a 19 tooth. I am planning on getting the 10BL 120 G2 to go in here, and then possibly bigger motor, and then I don't know what's wrong with me. I just need to upgrade everything. I was thinking bigger motor, and then running it on 4S and seeing how fast I can get it to go. But other than that, the car has been really, really good. Build quality is top notch. All the parts and the fit and finish have been good. I did have one screw snap out on the motor mount on me, which was by there. But I managed to drill that out and replace it. Got it into the bench and now put a new screw in there. So all is good in that sense. But yeah, so far it's been absolutely top notch. This little car really, really impressed me. Handled so well. So well. Really enjoyed playing with the 110 scale. So I hope that answers it for you, bud. But yeah, the Rolalo rally cars is top notch. Really do like that. Plenty of power, plenty of speed. It handles great. This was in my top 3 last year. So it was surprising, really, because I had to kind of pick different cars for the year. Well, I didn't have to do anything, but just in my own head, you know, I was thinking to myself, what's been good? You know, what cars stood out to me? And this was definitely up there. Really, really like how well this car performed. It again took me off guard. I'll be glad. I'll tell you one thing though, I'll be really glad when I actually get everything up on the walls here. So I'm not messing about, you know, bending over and leaning and trying to grab stuff. I'm full worktop here. Everything's going to be wicked. If I get one, I'm getting the dust cover. They do know. Yeah. I mean, I the only issue I got with that is I do find that sometimes, to be honest with you, the motor covers, it depends where you're running. If you're in the Netherlands, I don't know what kind of temperature you've got over there at the moment, or you know what your summers are like. But if you get a warm day, those dust covers can actually cause problems, I find. So it's completely up to you. Upgrade when you're what was it? Upgrade when we're stuck indoors in the winter. Repair after a bash in the summer. Can't win. No, you are right there. To be fair, you are definitely right. Guys, by the way, if you enjoy me coming on for live streams and talking about stuff, please make sure you hit the like button as well. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, the big one for me is most definitely I'm so glad that this has turned up. I really didn't think it was going to come. I'm hoping this is going to be absolutely amazing around some of the bash tracks that we got. I don't want to kind of wreck it. But I would like to do maybe a couple of rounds this year of some of the outdoor series, like Ledbury and stuff like that. You know, there's a few local areas, Redbirth, and then I can kind of see how good or whether I remember anything about racing. So that'd be nice. I know it's an older, slightly older platform, but yeah, I am most definitely looking forward to setting this one up. The thing that kind of stands out to me on these kits is, how chunky things like there's this way, isn't it? How chunky things like turnbuckles are, how stout the arms are. Really, really sort of thick and tough. Again, full 7075 chassis on them. Absolutely awesome. Guys, I've been on you for an hour now. I'm going to probably head off because there's 5 people in the chat. I want to say a massive thank you. I only popped on quickly just to kind of say hello to everyone and show you what's up on the channel. A little bit of a channel update. I should have really probably done this as a video, shouldn't I? It depends. Do you want me to stay on for an extra half hour? I will. Let me know in the comments. But I just noticed by there, actually, you can actually cut that out as well to get some airflow into the car. So I might, again, do that. Especially summertime. You don't know. But I keep going over this car, looking at it and thinking, well, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do this. There's a carbon fibre servo and ESC mount here that you can buy for it as well. Motor mount, again, is aluminium, so I don't need to do that. One of the things that I did notice, though, was obviously that the spur gear. The spur gear is actually composite. So, yeah. Just everything is really nice. All universal joints all the way through. No dog bones. Universal joints on the front and rear. What's he put on here? So he's got 2 degrees on the steering plates, so that'll help with steering. Obviously, he set this up for how he's been racing it. So I'll see how the car performs. I got a feeling it's going to hook up really, really nice because he was using it on outdoor tracks, sort of grassy areas, that sort of thing. Awesome communication from Chris as well. I have noticed that some of these are 2.5. There is no 2mm hex screws on here, so it's all nice, big, chunky hardware. 1 or 2 2mm screws. Obviously, you've got your sway bars on there. These, they look like titanium coated shocks. Yeah, and it's got titanium nitride shock shafts as well. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to have a little look. One thing I possibly might like to do is maybe see if they do anodized chassis braces just to strengthen up, because obviously as much as I'm going to be racing it, I have got a tendency to break stuff. It's only going to be racing amongst friends anyway, to be honest with you. So I don't know. See how it goes. I'm sure I'll start looking for parts for the car. But yeah, build video coming up on that one. I'm very. Oh, hang on, let's have a quick peek inside here because I noticed something is rattling around in here. What is that in there? What's he put in here? What are the temps like there in the UK? Today is, so at the moment we're at 3 degrees. So it's not very warm. Oh, hang on. That one is... Oh, he's even chucked the pinion in, bless him. What pinion have he chucked in? 17-tooth pinion. That was nice of him, wasn't it? And there is also, by the looks on things, some screws. I'm not sure what the screws are for. They're probably for to screw the servo down. Some little plates inside. So yeah, fair shout to the guy. He's well. I mean, like I say, the parts alone that he sent along with it was quite shocked, really, that he sent as much as he did. Now, obviously, with the screw kit that I got off Jeff, if there is anything that needs swapping out as well, I can do so. But yeah, Castle motor, Max 8. Gearing wise, I don't know how the car's going to perform. Like I say, with wheels and stuff that I picked, then that should literally fly along. But corner culture, hey, I'm back. Well, your sleep didn't work, dude. I take you couldn't sleep. But yeah, beautiful looking thing, isn't it? Quite chuffed, actually. Didn't think this was going to come. I wanted to pick up the newer model of this, but unfortunately, the newer model of this one was around about, what was it in the UK? £580 something to buy. So I've gone for obviously the older model. When it came up, I had to have it. I literally had to have it. It was one of those purchases. There was a no-brainer involved with this one. I looked at it and thought, yeah, that's a bit of me. I need to pick one up. And happy days. Yeah, so beautiful looking thing, and I'm sure it's going to work absolutely amazing. Is there any questions you want me to ask and answer? Yes, Interact. I made myself a coffee. Well, you're definitely not sleeping, are you? Any questions you want answering? I'm quite happy to kind of answer questions. Ask me anything. Ask me anything you want. So I think, as I say, the exabytes are going to be good for the summer. In the sense of like dusty areas and stuff like that. I'll probably have a look at maybe something like a J concept or something like that when these wear out. And then obviously we've got the Louis for the grassy areas. I was very, very surprised actually how well these are, how well made they were. Hi Chris, managed to catch you this time. Hey Gaz, how you doing? Thanks for joining, brother. Yeah, been pleasantly surprised with them actually, to be honest with you, because when I bought them initially, I looked at them, they were like £25 for a set. And obviously the Badlands, they're Badlands, yeah, here in the UK. I don't know what they're like in the rest of the world, but they're pricey tires. They are pricey tires. So if these work as well as I'm hoping, if I get maybe, I don't know, let's say couple of months maybe out of them, or just keep these for grass and maybe use a different set of tires. Do you have any tips on building an outdoor crawler course? Ooh, no. Being straight with you, crawler, is I'm not a massive crawler guy. All I would suggest is, first thing is where you're going to build it. You're going to build it in the back of your house. Or you're going to build it, in a woods or something like that, or what's your plan? Those Louis tires are great for my old Vantage before I got my Synchro 4. Rich, honestly, the Synchro 4 for me last year was top notch. I literally kicked the living daylights out of that car, and it just kept coming back. It went against all my theories of tear the car to pieces and do the diffs and do the shocks and kind of go really into it. No, I thought, well, let's look at it from a point of view of a newcomer to the hobby because the price point is spot on, you know, £315. And let's see how much abuse this is going to take, because essentially that's what maybe like a newbie coming to the hobby, or just someone who wants like a cheap basher to kick the snot out of. And when I was talking to my Team Corrali rep, he said to me, he said, you know, these are really damn tough. And as soon as I got the car, I looked at obviously the drivetrain, the chassis, and everything else, and I kind of knew at that point that, you know, this was kind of the real deal, like. And I took it out. I beat it within an inch of his life on the first run. And then on the second run, I took it out with a friend of mine, and then we went up to Garth. And obviously on the grass then, I was starting to jump it. The car was flying amazing. And because of my lack of experience with being in the air, I kind of nosedived it to one side, and the car came down. Oh, no, that was it. I had the gyro turned on. So the car corrected itself in the air, and it came down, and then landed on the front end, and snapped the top arm. So there was one top arm on the synchro that snapped. But since then, I haven't broken a thing. Whether I've just jinxed myself, I don't know. But honestly, I've raced it. I raced it 4 times last year. Only bash racing with friends. Jumped it. Garth Park numerous times. I spent all last summer like spinning around in car parks and stuff like that. And it's just taking it all, literally taking it all. So yeah, very impressed with that. Anyway, I've sidetracked. Let's have a look. Love your vids are the reason I love mine. Your vids are the reason I got one. Oh, I'm glad of that, Rich. Thank you very much, bud. As I say, you know my feelings. The video has just gone up. How are you getting on with the X-Bags? Gaz, amazing. Really, really awesome. Surprised me in many different ways, actually. The video, I haven't finished editing yet. So obviously I'll let you guys see the video when that goes live. But yeah, the X-Max for me on the weekend, so much fun to drive. I've broken it, but only a little bit. So me being me, instead of fixing that little bit, which didn't stop the car running, by the way, all right? So, you know, it's nothing major, this, but I'm not going to spoil it for you, though. I've gone ahead and bought some upgrades for it, and they should be here this week. I think he's broken it, Gaza, Jeff. Yeah, crash with the sea, thanks, guys. I won't disclose it, I'm not telling you. I'm building the crawler course behind the old shed. Okay, so I would literally, what I would do, dude, is start adding obstacles in there and just, you know, build a course. You know, whatever's going on in your head, whether it be log piles or maybe some rope bridges or, you know, funny angles, some rocks, that sort of thing. Start building them up, run the car over. See how you feel. Is it challenging enough for you, what you're building? And then, if it's not, then go back, re-add some extra parts to it. And then eventually, bit by bit, you will start linking each kind of obstacle to each other. So you may have, I don't know, like a rocky area leading onto a log pile, onto something else, and just slowly, bit by bit, keep adding till you go from one obstacle to the other. Don't make it too easy for yourself, because you're never going to enjoy that course. And it's the same as racing. You know, it's easy enough to run around in circles until you've actually got some corners involved, or, you know, same thing. It's never going to be that much fun because you're not challenging yourself. You know, you need to kind of keep yourself focused and keep going. So yeah, you know, build yourself an obstacle. If you can get over that obstacle, it's probably too easy for you. I would make it just so you can kind of get to that point where you think, yeah, I can get up there, but it's going to take me a lot of effort to get it. Velvet Lines. Hey Chris, I just joined. What's the association you have there? So I just picked up the team associated. It's the RC8 B3.2. I bought this secondhand from a guy called Chris McGinty. Really, really nice guy. We did a bit of a deal. I spotted it on a Facebook group, and I just wanted another race buggy. So, yeah, really, really awesome. Absolutely awesome deal I had from him. I didn't pay a great deal for it. And the plan is I'm going to do a build on it now on the channel, and just, what I'll do is just turn it into something that's more of a bash race buggy than a flat out race buggy. Just watched it. Oh, nice one, Rich. I better dash Chris. My takeaways arrive. Thanks for the stream, mate. No worries, Jeff. Thanks for joining. Would you recommend getting an X Max? I'm thinking about 110%. 110%. I would really, really consider, if you're going to think, there is no thinking about it, just do it. They're such an amazing truck to run. I just love the way the X Max kind of pitches and rolls and dips into corners and that sort of thing. I'm going to see if I can start editing the video tonight. I'm hoping to have it out ASAP, but it was quite a long video because I was just having way too much fun. So I want to kind of get the best parts into one condensed area. Cool. Just finished. Let's have a look. Is that an RC8? You have a 110%, buddy. I bought this from the UK 110 to 1/8 scale race buggies Facebook page, off a local. I say local. He's in the UK. Exact same model. We have XR8 and a 2200 kV motor. It's a great truck. Well, you might have missed it, Gaz. The plan is I'm going to be putting a Castle 2200 kV motor in there, and a Max 8 into it. And I've got a EcoBoost servo because I quite like them. They're nice, cheap and cheerful, and pretty quick. I've got Louise tyres for grassy areas, and obviously the Exabytes then for kind of dusty areas. Once those tyres are done, I'll maybe look at some J Concepts or something like that. Cool, just finishing RC8 B4 1.E. They're definitely a step up in quality and driving from the bashers. Yeah, well, this is the thing. Like I said, I got rid of my Synchro. I did actually. I got rid of my Synchro. My friend Robbie in Tenby had it for his granddaughter. Missed that straight away, so I thought, right, I need to get hold of another one. Then I got rid of my TLR, which I spent a lot of time fine-tuning. And thought, look, again, I'm buggyless now. There's a real big problem in my arsenal. I don't have one. And then realised I had so many different bashers, e.g. stunt trucks, that I needed to kind of get rid of it. So a friend of mine offered to buy one of my trucks from me that I wasn't using. And I thought, right, well, rather than trying to afford a race kit that I can't afford, I'll go looking for a second-hand. And Neil on my Facebook group, Neil Milliken, good friend of mine, spotted this on the page, and we did a deal, and it came today. Absolutely awesome. Really, really cool. Cool, just no. So look, nothing drives like a buggy kit. No, you are right there, dude. You 110% right. EcoBoost are good. I rate the brushless Yant RS I bought for the AliExpress about 40 quid. Crazy fast and powerful. Guys, are you on Facebook? If you are, send me a link, dude. I'd love to have a look, actually, if you don't mind. I really, really would like to have a look. But yeah, I badgered on about this today, haven't I? I really kind of got on about it. But yeah, it's my first time actually looking at it, and my God, everything is so stout on it. I'm not going to add a bunch of metal stuff that I don't need to it. It's got everything I need. I'm literally going to build it up with the electronics and everything. I'm even going to keep the diffs as they are. I'm going to run the car and see how it is. Do you have a rug? Do you have a rug? Sama, what do you mean? Do you have a rug? A rug? What, as in my house? Do I have a rug in my house, on the floor in here? Yeah, you've lost me there, Sama. Please explain, dude. I live in Australia, so the second-hand market over here is very small. A little jealous of all of you over there. Do I have a rug? Yes. Sama, what? Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. You've confused me. Do I have a rug in my house or in my shed? Little jealous of all you over there. Same velvet lines. You test these cars on rug. No, this is an outdoor car. It's 1/8 scale. So no, this is definitely not an indoor car. Sorry, buddy. Sam, I didn't mean to laugh at you. I was just totally confused. Yeah, it's an outdoor car. This one, it's a 1/8 scale. To kind of put this in perspective, I don't really have a 1/10 scale buggy. I am planning on getting one, mind. I'm not revealing that one just yet, but summertime, I'm possibly looking at something. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be testing it on it's going to be a grass car, sort of dusty areas, that sort of thing. Sorry, Sama. Yeah, I just got a little bit confused by there. What you meant? Right, I best have a tidy up while I'm talking to you, actually. So the plan is, I'm going to start cracking on with the build. I'll start recording it bit by bit. I'm going to do it over a period of time. I don't think I'm going to have much time this weekend because obviously we're cracking on with the shed build. I've got the Notorious build I need to do as well. I'm pretty stocked up now, actually, on things that I need to do. So we've got all the parts there for the Notorious. That's all there in those boxes. And then we've got the buggy build. And obviously I've also got a Max 6 then to go into the X-Max. Honestly, the RC8, though, was tough. It runs on rails. Look forward to seeing a run of the castle system. One thing, Gaz, I'm not going to be running it in centered mode because I am going to be using a Max 8 instead of the castle. I think it's the Mamba. Yeah, I'm not going to be running that. Velvet Lines, cheers for the chat. I'm off. Catch you later. Colin Kutcher, hold on. My dog is really going barking at something. Yeah, no worries. Right, dudes, right. I'm probably going to wrap this up now because I've been here for over an hour. I'm going to go back in, spend some time with my wife and my family. It was just a quick update to come and say hello to you guys. I want to say a massive thank you to each and everyone who obviously watching all the videos, all the likes, shares, and subscribes to go on the channel. I truly, truly do appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't liked the video, please put a like on the video. And guys, I want to say a massive thank you to you all. It was an update video, and I've just popped in to say hello, really. So yeah, cheers for coming on. And I hope you enjoy the synchro video, and I'll have the X-Max video up on the channel ASAP. But yeah, just enjoy, guys. Massive thank you, each and every one of you, for watching. I'm going to disappear. Good night to you all. Take it easy. Cheers, guys. I'll catch you later. If I can turn this off.